as most all of you know, and anybody who's on our webinar for the first time, LDV Capital is the only visual tech venture fund. And it's amazing, like time flies. We founded LDV Capital 10 years ago. My name is Evan Nisselson, founder and general partner. So the majority of data our brains analyze is visual. Visual data is critical to the success of artificial intelligence. And I would argue artificial intelligence could not succeed without accurately analyzing visual data. We did a report in 2017, which soon we're going to do a revised version of this to see how accurate we are or were. Estimate that 45 billion cameras will fuel business opportunities. And the key here is not the interest in how many cameras will be in the world, but the actual amount of visual data. Historically, visual data and photos were captured from memories. In the future, a majority of images will never be seen by humans. They'll only be seen by computers talking to each other. The definition of visual technology is any technology that captures, analyzes, displays, filters, visual data, and typically leverages computer vision, machine learning, and AI. Our thesis, and when we think about visual tech, it's horizontal. It's across all sectors, from agriculture to medical imaging, to e-commerce, to logistics, facial recognition, autonomous driving. And when we talk about visual data, it's visual data on the light spectrum and on the electromagnetic spectrum. And it's a horizontal layer across all these sectors, which have very different use cases and very, very different business opportunities, but similar needs to leverage computer vision, machine learning, and AI. As an example, all of the different sectors where LDV has invested over the last 10 years is highlighted in green here. And our goal and mission is really to invest in every sector horizontally, because they all impact the world. We've got a fantastic team. My background, for those of you who don't know me, professional photographer, 18-year entrepreneur, built 4 visual tech businesses, and have been investing out of LDV Capital for the last 10 years. Abby was previously at Morgan Stanley in different startups and operation roles. Peter Stern is a venture partner, built and sold Daytech Online to Ameritrade for $1.6 billion and several other startups. Now is CEO of our portfolio company, Voyant Photonics, and you're going to hear him later today on a panel about space. Kat is heading up marketing, and Brian and Ash are our analysts. We don't have all the answers. We have a fantastic network of experts that help us with due diligence, advising our companies, and hopefully finding partnerships. And they range from serial entrepreneurs to deep technical professors. So we love and thrive on investing in people. It's all about people at the earliest stages. So for example, we invested in Jan Erik in 2014 in a company called Mapillary that he founded in 2013 and later sold in 2020 to Facebook. We're honored that 100% of our investments have raised follow-on financing that have gone out to raise. That's quite unusual, and we're very proud of that. In addition, we have some fantastic follow-on investors here and also some co-investors at the earliest stages. What's unique, in addition to our thesis and our domain expertise, is, for example, this annual Vision Summit. We have a platform that includes our annual summit, monthly dinner series, pre and post pandemic, and we actually build our own software tools. Additionally, I have a regular interview series interviewing brilliant women leading visual tech. Also do frequent insight reports on different sectors so that we can learn in advance of when entrepreneurs come to us and say, hey, we're going to disrupt an industry and solve a big problem, make a lot of money while we sleep. This helps us educate ourselves and also market to the world the different sectors that we're interested in. You can download these reports for free on our website. So let's talk a little bit about what we've focused on and some successes over the last 10 years, investing in people, building businesses powered by visual tech. Here's a graphic that Abby loved making, which is fun. So when I started LDV Capital in 2012, everybody, we said we're going to invest in visual tech business powered by visual tech. Everybody said it was cute, niche, and science fiction. Fortunately, we've proven this thesis is working. It's always deep tech, which many years ago, everybody said was crazy. So they said, Evan, why do you have a thesis? Why do you do deep tech? Why are you investing pre-product, pre-revenue? And actually to date, 40% of our investments, we give a term sheet before a company is incorporated. We've found that 80% of our investments come from our network. And as I mentioned, the deep domain expertise, and 100% of our companies have raised follow-on financing. We only invested about 3 or 5 a year. So high conviction, get very involved without getting in the way. And we love helping entrepreneurs reach their goals. We invest about 500 to 1.2 million in each company. What's exciting is that there's many visual tech companies that have exited for billions of dollars. And we hope our companies in the next 5 to 10 years will be there. We've had several exits, but not IPOs yet, but we believe they're coming soon. As we talked, we invest across all sectors. It's key part of the tech stack, and it's been validated. Why do I keep on saying, this kind of why everything was crazy when I had hair years ago? In 2003, I wrote an article that said wireless camera phones will replace point and shoot cameras. That has come true. The Internet of Eyes is a phrase we've talked about for years, which is, we believe, bigger than the Internet of Things. Every inanimate object will interact and have a way to see. So all computers will have a way to see. As I mentioned, we did an insights report that said 45 billion cameras will fuel business opportunities. And so think about this. It's not just autonomous vehicles, but this is a great example. Each computer has to be able to see, is that a bicycle? Is that a car? Are they moving? Are they happy? Are they sad? For example, LiDAR is one of the modes of enabling computers to see. And we invested very early in a company called Voyant Photonics, 2 PhDs, of which now Peter Stern, our venture partner, is CEO. Recently, they did a demo proving out their initial prototypes are working and seeing long distance. More details will be announced soon. But these are the type of deep tech companies that we get so excited to invest in. And typically people say, Evan, that's technically, physically impossible, but if it works, it's huge. Just announced yesterday in TechCrunch, one of our latest investments in a serial entrepreneur team called Glass Imaging. For years, those that know me know that I used to photograph with the Nikon F and the Nikon FM, and can't wait. In 2003, when I wrote that article that said camera phones would replace my high-end cameras, this company is actually going to deliver, we believe, in delivering the camera phone to actually replace 99%, if not 100, of high-end digital SLRs. A whole other industry when we talk today, we'll have a couple of sessions about not just investing to make money, but investing hopefully to improve the world. And healthcare is about 40% of our portfolio. So for example, one company we invested in, Emmy and their team at Ezra, are building a successful service that scans full body MRI to proactively scan for cancer. 13% of their customers have identified that they have potential cancer, and many have cured it early. And many doctors say it would not have been possible to know that this individual had cancer without an Ezra MRI scan. So frequently these presentations are just about the company not showing progress. You can see on the right, their progress on revenue is taking off. Another very exciting company, let's talk about there's so much hype and so many companies working in the augmented vehicle space or autonomous vehicles. But there's few, if not none, until Psionic, the company we invested in, really augmenting humans. Psionic is one of those companies, and Jeremiah is the founder, and that was his daughter early on the right side of the last slide, who's got cerebral palsy. It's a platform for human augmentation that powers people to transcend physical limitations. It is basically a Lycra legging, you can see in the middle picture, that adaptively will help people walk that have disabilities and eventually senior citizens. They just received FDA approval. These are the things that not only we believe are huge business opportunities, but will also improve the world. Norbert Health is another example. You see the device on the left. It's a first ambient vital sign. So when you walk by it, it uses radar to detect human movements. So for example, here's a video. So just by sitting in front of it, it'll track your heartbeat, your temperature, and soon other vital signs. And so this will hopefully help track and help keep humans healthy, whether or not in the hospital, in the office, or at home. Why is it that we have security cameras everywhere at home, but we can't track the health of our family members? EarKick is another early stage company. It's going to track the mental health in real time, which from our research, nobody has been able to do. There's many apps that help with wellness and therapy, but none that are actually tracking our mental health. Mobility, autonomous maritime and boats. We invested very early, and this is one of those exciting companies that is adding LiDAR, radar, and commoditized cameras in order to enable boats to sea. Another company in the mobility space, e-bikes are taking off, but they're actually one of the most dangerous different types of bikes in the city because they're going faster and they have different abilities, which you're going to hear later today from John Denby. But this is actually having a camera in the front and a camera in the back that tracks and hopefully will keep our families safer. Agriculture, we did another insights report a couple years ago. The exponential growth of vertical farms is taking off, but how will they be able to track the nutritious value of each basil plant or strawberry? We invested in a company team, Sumanta founded Garden. It's a multispectral camera that will detect the nutritious value of food as it grows in real time. Let's talk about entertainment, the last category. I know we're talking about a lot of sectors today, and fortunately, there's going to be a lot of experts in the next couple hours going into more detail. This is a very high level, but our last insights report was on content and the metaverse. We invested very early in Clarify in 2014 when everybody once again said we were crazy, but the ability to have an end-to-end computer vision AI platform, Matt Zieler is really taking off with their team. And recently they raised a 60 million Series C from NEA. T-Vision is another interesting visual tech platform that actually tracks how we're watching and measuring attention. Are people watching and laughing when they watch TV, sleeping, or eating? Synthesia, a couple slides left. Synthesia, synthetic video. So the ability to actually create video as easy it is to write an email. As you can see, the trends in the upper right, a lot of people thought we were absolutely crazy, but this is taking off. Another early stage company, Aquifer. That was made just from a couple minutes using a animation platform powered by Aquifer. It's like having Pixar in your pocket. The future of work, Wizard, creating automated templates from photographing a hand-drawn wireframe and exponentially creating quickly a workable prototype, is also taking off. We invested when there was 4 people on the team, pre-revenue, pre-product. Another one is Headroom, which hopefully in the near future we'll be able to use instead of Zoom for these events, automatically transcribing a meeting, sentiment analysis, and giving summaries that are smart. In summary, once again, as people say, I'm frequently crazy and kind of like to forecast, not because we have the answers, but because we want to know where the world is going. The ones in green are the ones that are successfully happening, and the ones in white are still potentially happening. Different sectors we think are going to be very exciting in the future. It's just the beginning. We're looking for great people to partner with, invest in, solve huge problems, and work together to improve our world.